guys, how's it going? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to be taking a look at not one, not two, but three different Amphicars here. So we have a pretty cool array. The Amphicar is one of those really unique vehicles in that it's meant to go on both land and water. It was often referred to as the fastest boat on land and the fastest car on the water, which I think is a pretty funny quote. So we have three different vehicles that we're going to be taking a look at in this video today. We have a frog car here in this white, beautiful white, and then we have this blue car in the middle that is very electric, which is actually an electric converted Amphicar, and then we have a red one at the end, which is actually a towed car that we'll be taking a look at. So that's pretty cool, unique. But just some basics. Basically, these cars were produced out of West Germany and debuted at the New York Auto Show. Obviously, very unique car for the time. A pretty cool concept of being able to just take your car straight into the water. Obviously, they had some limitations in terms of performance. They were powered by a Triumph 4-cylinder, making around 43 horsepower, which isn't anything crazy. But the coolest part is if you take a look at the back of the vehicle, you actually have the propeller just hanging out. So we've seen some new Amphicars in modern day era where usually the wheels will tuck in, or maybe the propeller comes out and lowers itself, all this extra technology, but that's not something that you would generally find in some of these original Amphicars. The wheels didn't tuck in and the propeller stayed out of the car the whole time, so while you were driving on the road, it was obviously very visible and very obvious that you were indeed driving an Amphicar, but I think they did a good job hiding some of the styling away. So just taking a look at this first white car here, our frog car has a nice green convertible top here. Obviously, it'd be really hard to have some sort of boat-like structure without having your basic convertible top. And then we have a 4-speed manual transmission, which I believe is semi-Porsche derived, at least in the red one. And then we have our Triumph engine sitting in the back here with our sideways opening latch. That makes it obviously very easy to connect that motor to the propellers, which are in the bottom of the car. So that's just a quick look at the white one. The really cool part that you're maybe interested in is this blue car, which is our electric conversion. So you can see they've taken some liberties of adding some badging here to remind us that this is actually an electric conversion. They got some cool custom hubcaps on here, this electric blue color, which looks fantastic, but perhaps my favorite part might be this interior. This interior is very exciting. Obviously, it makes you think of a lot of the beach structures and things that exist. And then as we come to the back, we no longer have our Triumph 4-cylinder, but instead we have some of our electric conversions, which I think is pretty cool. A lot of the other jokes that you kind of see thrown around here in some of these various cars, other than the one I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is that these cars break for fish, which is pretty funny. Obviously, more Amphicar jokes. Now, earlier I mentioned that there were some limitations based on the car's technology at the time, so you could really only do about 75 miles an hour on the road, and you were kind of limited to about 12 miles an hour on the water. So it's not overly fast, but it still was the fastest boat on land and the fastest car in the water. Now, lastly, we have this car, which is the towed car. So this car is a 1963. And it's got a fairly nice finish. This time we have a white top along with the red, and perhaps one of the most beautiful engine bays I've seen. Everything is very nicely finished in the rear here. And it just looks fantastic. Honestly, the way they finished this car is a particularly nice restoration. Another eye brake for fish sticker on the back, and of course, this nice rounded up edge where we have the propellers hidden up as well. So that's a pretty cool look at three very unique cars. You often don't hear too much about the Amphicars. They do change for a good sum of money, anywhere between $50,000 to even $100,000 for some of the nicest examples, and even $150,000 in some cases. Very cool cars, a very unique history if you're not familiar with them, especially being built out of West Germany, which is a pretty cool area. And obviously we have quite a few here in the US now. Now, if you're interested in finding a collector car for yourself, be sure to check out AutoHunter.com, which is our online auction, which has cars going live every single weekday. And we have ClassicCars.com, our online marketplace that has over 30,000 cars currently live on the site. So with that, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, could hit that like button for us, we'd really appreciate it. And consider getting subscribed for more content like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching.